Thank you very much. I just want to talk a little bit more about the minimum wages uh, being raised $35 an hour, and how important it is for America to recognize something that is so important to the American people, and how we need to have a serious conversation about the minimum wage as being $35 an hour. Uh, and we're going to have to stop going up on inflation uh, to make this happen. And also, our small businesses, we want a stimulus for them of $35 uh, minimum wage from our government. I'm trying to continue to reach our president, President Joe Biden. I've sent a message to Congressman Raphael Warnock, campaign for John Ossoff, and uh, Raphael Warnock. But we need changes in this country, and we are asking for solutions for the guns to be put down and people, stop all the shooting so much. But we have to give people incentive and give them the the encouraging of working, and they will automatically uh, have, be serious about working. And a police officer asked me here in Atlanta, APD, and he asked me, he said, "Well, are you going to give the bag people that's at the grocery stores $35 too?" I said, "Sure," because they have families and they have kids just like normal people. We have to quit discriminating from people to say who can get this amount of money, and because they are young people, they can't get as much money. Well, I think that is a conflict of interest towards uh, people all over this country, that we want to make sure that people of uh, of all walks of life in America shouldn't have the same opportunity. But we want to continue this conversation, how important it is to that people have a good understanding, and they will be able to prosper in a mighty way, and then we will get along one another much great deal, because that has been stagnated for so many years. The minimum wage has been stagnated for so many years, and so it was in 2009 since they increased the minimum wage or raised the minimum wage. But we are very excited about. I know that this past Saturday, in which I want to invite all of my listeners and people that are listening to us right now about this, that we want you to make your own banner. We're going to be uh, marching for the minimum wage of $35 an hour. We're going to be at Woodruff Park, and that will be July the 1st, Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. Uh, we will start marching from Woodruff Park to our Fulton County Courthouse. And it's just amazing that this past Saturday, the hundreds and hundreds of people that was out there, that we was able to have prayer. And that's another good reason why I want you to come out and be with us, because we do pray. We pray when we started out at Woodruff Park, and when we get to uh, Fulton County Courthouse, we have a word of prayer again. And the people that was there, they enjoyed it so much. Uh, we the Lord just had us to pray, and we remember saying one thing to them, is that in all thou doing, do not forget your benefits. Everybody have benefits in our society, but we focusing right there at Fulton County because that there are hundreds of people right there in front of Fulton County, and they are there, and they seem like some of them are stuck there. They can't go no further. But I noticed that there was a area right there where they feed them at every every day, every Saturday. I know on Saturday, I noticed that they have a right there by a church where it's kind of fenced in a little bit, and it seemed like to me I saw some bags back there uh, with, with food in it, and but we want to pray for them too, for the things that they're doing for the people that's out there, giving them food and something to eat. I think that's a beautiful thing. But we want to get people independent seriously, um, and we want to see people working and making $35 an hour. Let me tell you something. You won't have no problem getting people to work if they know they're making $35 an hour. I talked to some students the other day, college students, and about three or four or five of them staying in one apartment in order to afford their rent. They have to put their money together in order to afford their rent. You just think about that. That is something in America, that we have this kind of situation that's going on, and we are starting this movement and this conversation to recognize that uh, places to stay is so high. They're extremely high. And it costs a lot of money for people to stay in this day and time in order to live. And but I noticed that when we was marching, we saw a lot of homeless people there. But if you notice that most of them, they may get a Social Security check, but their money is not enough to inquire for a apartment or nothing. So they're stuck out there because that things are so high with technology and massive things that are happening that's so incredible in our present time. It's just hard for people to to be able to maintain, and it's hard for people to live comfortable at this time now. I believe that if we had a massive opportunity for people to vote on this issue here, I believe it'll be who ramming. I mean, so overwhelming. It would be so important that we will show the whole country that this is possible. You know, I get messages from a lot of people, and they would say that it's not it's not so. You just can't uh, jump up to $35 an hour. You know, when you look at a nation that is able to give the $35 an hour to our small businesses, but then you say, well, why would you give it to the young people? Because they're going to spend the money. They're going to spend that money when they work it for $35 an hour. They're going to spend that money, and that's going to boost the economy. That's going to boost this nation. We're going to realize that people want to be successful. People want to work. People want to work, but they don't want to work if they feel like they've been misused and used because they feel like they're not getting paid enough. So we just have to make it very clear that we can do better. And we just excited about the march. And so after we leave Fulton County, then we march right on just a block away to the city hall. Now the whole march is no longer than 30 minutes. And a block away from the city hall is the state capitol. So we are in tune with the march. We're there before it get hot. There's not that much traffic out there. We just really enjoy ourselves. I had a young man with me. His name is Martin, and he was with us, and he was just so tickled, and he was just so happy, and he enjoyed himself. He said, "I'm marching for myself," and that's what we all are doing. We are marching for ourselves to see things happen that has never happened before, and we just need more of us out there. And the more we come out and show out, show up and show out, we're going to see that changes will come. Now, if you feel like that it's you feel like it's not worth your time, well, don't come. We're not asking you to come, but we're asking these special individuals, people that love their country, that love their cities, that love this state and appreciate, but they just want to get paid more money. People that's what I would call the VIPs of America that want to show up and let the nation know that we deserve $35 an hour. You know, it's always people in the rear that always want to talk you down, try to make you look like you don't know what you're doing, what you're doing is not necessary. But if people had enough, they would be making enough. They will find how important it is for us to work and get paid a decent pay. And you know, that's going to help a lot of people. You got a lot of people that's not making that kind of money. You got police officers, you got nurses, you got teachers, you got uh, uh, you know, all kind of people that's not making that kind of money. And we need to take uh, this old way of trying to show people that you are helping them and knowing that you're not really helping them, keeping chaos going on, keeping people fighting each other, keeping people shooting each other, and keeping up all this old uh, uh, stealing and preference and all this old taking and all that stuff. because that they don't have the opportunity to work. We have to understand that we have to be strong in this country. We have to have a strong commitment and a strong desire to see that we all are in this together, making a strong commitment, a strong walk and stand up and be heard and let the city of Atlanta, let the Fulton County hear us. Let the state of Georgia hear us. Let the United States hear us. Let every state in every county, in every city, suburbs, all over this nation, we want change. We want change. We want to see this country come together in unity and that we all can prosper together. I promise you, a lot of people are going to put these guns down if they're making the right kind of amount of money. Carjacking and all this old stuff. If people are making enough money and they feel like they are not being used, it brings on a great change. It brings on a great change. Now, I want you to prepare for next Saturday, which will be the 1st of July at 9 o'clock to join us on Woodruff Park. Make your own banner. And we're going to march from Woodruff Park. It's not long, no longer than about 30 minutes. And we're going to march to Fulton County Courthouse. And there are going to be hundreds of people waiting on us when we get there. And when we leave from Fulton County, we're going to go across to the next block to the City Hall, and we will speak on the City Hall steps. And when we leave the City Hall, then we're going another block over to the state capitol. And they got it fenced in now. You can't get up on the steps over there no more, but we are allowed to be right in front of the fence at the state capitol. And we was at the state capitol this past, which was the 24th of June. And so we're looking for you all to come out and be with us. It'd be a cheerful day out there. We just have so much fun and meeting and greeting peoples and marching and we're marching for ourselves. When you come out there, you're gonna be marching for yourself. You're not marching for nobody else. You're marching for yourself, where you can get help and that you can be have your voice heard out there. So let's come on out there. We're gonna show like we show up for anything else. We're gonna show up and we're going to march and we're going to let the United States of America know. We're gonna let the state of Georgia. We're gonna let Fulton County know, and we're going to let the City Hall of Atlanta know that we are here. We are not going anywhere. We're going to keep marching. We're going to keep coming there every Saturday and let you know that we want change in America, raising the minimum wage to $35 an hour. And we do have a game, and I want to just speak on that just briefly. We have a game where 100 people can win $10,000 a day in every state, in every zip code, and the whole family can play this game. You only play $5 and $2, and you know, our young people, they already on the computer. They spending millions of dollars on the computer right now on games, and this will money will go back to you. And it's called America True Prosper Game and Benefits. And the benefits is going towards health care and child care and college education, and also the SNAP food stamps. We will raise, we can raise $1 billion a day uh, just by playing $5 and $2. And that is something that we have to recognize, is that you are helping yourself, and by you doing it, everybody can win. And everybody can win because you're going to get benefits. And if you are blessed enough, you can win the $10,000 for you and your family. So this is something that we know that is it could work. And don't say put yourself cheap. Don't play yourself cheap. In other words, please don't play yourself cheap and say that it'll never happen or it's not worthy of $35 an hour. Don't do that, because so as a person thinketh, so is he. But I can do all things through him that strengthened me. So we have to understand we can do this. We can do this. So let's not let I would say the adversary to keep making you doubt about the $35 an hour. We all can be on the same page. We all can agree together on this. And this is a opportunity. This is a movement that's on the move. We be encouraged every time we march, because we know that all things are possible. We know that this is possible. Quit doubting yourself and know that we all are in this together. We want to, we're going to be coming to you every week now. Every week we're going to be coming to you. And hopefully that you will continue to uh, listen and pay attention and come out and be a part of us. This is uh, America True Prosper Game and Benefits. And we are promoting, not only promoting, but we are going to our United States government, the federal government, to increase the minimum wage, to raise the minimum wage $35 an hour. We'll see you next time when we come on. We'll look to see you Saturday morning, July the 1st. God bless you and thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. God bless you. Thank you very much. God bless you. Well, we're still on and might as well keep on talking about what we was talking about a while ago is about the raising the minimum wage at $35 an hour across the nation. And we're asking for a stimulus from our federal government to give small businesses $35 an hour for the employee. And we were discussing that we need to stop discriminating on people that's getting paid. People are making money and making a lot of money, but we want to discriminate on the minimum wage and what people are getting paid. We worry about that more than anything. And that has caused so many uh, bad situations that's happening in our nation. Uh, Raising the minimum wages $35 and stop going up in inflation is the solution that we need to be talking about. It will help the American people 100%. People will, crime will go down. A lot of people mostly will put their guns down. They're looking forward for this. This is, you got a lot of teachers not making that, police officers, and a lot of people not making $35 an hour. And we want to do that. And as we say again, we need to stop all this inflation that's going on and give people a chance. When you give people $35 an hour, young peoples and all, they're going to spend that money, and that money is going to be put right back into the economy, and we're going to see people uh, being, being prospered in many ways. So we have to understand that that raising the minimum wage to $35 is a good thing. It is a good thing, and some critics you're saying in your head right now it'll never happen. We got some critics right now is saying that where they gonna get the money from and how you gonna do it. Well, how do they do everything else they do? How do the government do everything else they do? And just ask yourself that question. And then not only that, but we can put uh, 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 the government can help the small business by giving them a $35 minimum wages to help them. And these Fortune 500 big businesses, they can do it on their own this way. And then where are they going to get the money from? Well, these young folks are going to spend that money. If they're working $35 an hour, they're going to spend that money. They're going to buy whatever they need to buy to enjoy themselves while they're young. And that's what we want. But when you live in a nation where the minimum wage has been stagnated since 2009 and it feels like there's nothing shouldn't raise the minimum wage, but everything else raised up, something is wrong with that picture. Something is very wrong with that when you can uh, let people uh, to make all kinds of money, enough money to build yachts and build skyscrapers and do all these things, but you won't let the people make enough money during the process of all this, for they can live decently, but they will enjoy going to work and doing what they need to do. But when you keep people from making money, and I don't know who came up with this. Why is we letting we voting people in, but they never consider the minimum wage? Why is it that we have to always struggle all the time in this country because we feel like we're not getting enough money, we're not getting paid, and and people are stuck with loans because they got to pay to go to college, and uh, they're stuck with loans. They're always struggling. People are they're hurting in many ways. This country don't even give you health care. We just have to understand, when are you going to take the bit out of people's mouth and quit controlling them in so many ways, America? Why is it that you're so hard on your people? Why is it that you makes it so hard for the people to get money and make money? And is it done on purpose? Are you making money off crime? What is it, America, that you won't give the people a decent minimum wage? $25 is not enough. It's too late for that. You didn't let it go too long without doing anything. $35 is is what we're asking for. Now, if you're going to try to do anything, you need to go up $40 if it's hurting you that bad. Because we're not going backwards. We're going to march all over this country. It's going to happen. It's coming in every state, in every city. People are going to march for the minimum wage to be $35 an hour and stop America going up on inflation. You got to cool it on this inflation. Everything is high except the minimum wage. You have taken us for a long ride, and you have dismantled us in many ways. You have taken advantage of us in many ways, America. And you have made things so hard for us, America. You build automobiles, and they're so high, you got to get it financed. And you build houses and build homes. They're so expensive, we got to get them financed. We don't never be free. We're always struggling in this country. And you got to, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. Because that we are tired, America. Let your people go. Give them freedom by the raising the minimum wage of $35 an hour. Give the small business a stimulus of $35. And those businesses that's well worthy, they are rich and powerful, let them take care of themselves. They can do it. I know they can do it. We all can do it because it's important. Now, it's important that we start these marches. We've already started. This will be our fifth Saturday that's coming up, and we're expecting all the other cities to do it. in every state, in every county. We're expecting y'all to do the same thing. We're going to be marching to our Fulton County Courthouse. And we're going to be marching to our city hall and to our state capitol here in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, some of your cities just have a city hall. You can march to your city hall. And you got a county courthouse there in your city. So you can march to your city hall and your county courthouse. Now, and then not only that, but some of your cities, your state capital is there, like Atlanta. We are fortunate enough to have all three here in the state of Georgia. We got the city of Atlanta, then we got Fulton County, and we have the state capital. So we kind of, we got everything right at walking distance, less than 30 minutes. The city hall is right over from the state capital, and Fulton County is right over from the city hall. So the city hall has been between both of them here in Atlanta, Georgia. And so it's not but a 30-minute walk from Wicker Park to where we're talking about going. And we have to understand that Atlanta, we thank God for you. You've always been a city that has stepped up when this nation needs you to step up. You've always been a city that being in a leadership position, that have a voice that we can move this nation. And so we are asking that we all join together. You know, believe it or not, we come together and unite, we can make a difference. Believe that. We can make a difference if we come and we unite. We're not trying to cause any kind of a row of trouble or nothing. We want to be in good trouble, just like our Congressman John Lewis said, get in good trouble. This is good trouble that we are talking about doing. And marching and for our own rights, that we can feel good and look good and ride good and everything we do because we're getting paid enough money. I want all of you doubters and all of you ones that say that's too much. I want all you all, if you can, pray for us because we sure praying for you, that you open your eyes up and realize that this is real that we're doing. We need this. This will unite families together. This will open up doors for so many people. You've been had your way, America, with this inflation for years and years and years. But you have neglected the minimum wage for years and years and years. And we're tired of it. We're tired of it, America. How you've been doing us and mistreating us and taking advantage of us with this poor minimum wage. Anytime something come up to us, it's always a problem, the people. It's always a struggle. It's always y'all can't do this and you can't do that for the people. But you can do anything else that you want to do, America. Listen to us. We're not begging, we're asking for you to do the right thing and stand up for the people in this nation. We want to keep it busy. We want to keep it going. And especially once we get this game going, where 100 people can win $10,000 a day, in every state. Excuse me, in every state and every county, every zip code, that you can win $10,000 a day. Just only play $5 and $2. And we want the government to run this. We don't want no lottery game that's already going on. No kind of lottery that's in these different states to take this over. We want the government to run this here because we know that they are going to do it the right way because they're already concerned about your taxes and all this and everything. So, they want that. So we know we put this in their hand, it's going to be done right. We don't want these private uh, uh, companies and corporations, whatever you call yourself, that's lottery companies and Illinois lottery and Detroit lottery and Mississippi lottery and New York lottery and Louisiana lottery. We don't want these lottery people to run this here. We want our United States government to run this lottery game. Excuse me, not this. It's not a lottery game. It's a people game. It's the American game. America True Prosper game and benefits. We are not no lottery game. We are a people game. America True Prosper game and benefits, where the government will run this for us and where we'll raise money. We'll raise billions of dollars because we got $5, we got $2 to play this game with. Some of us got a lot of $5. Some of us got a lot of $2 that we want to play. But we'll play this game and you don't know who may win it. But we know 100 people are going to win it every day in every state, in every city, in every zip code. We know that that's going to happen. We're not going to just share the money to the South and not give it to the North. This game going all over this United States of America. West, East, North, and South. This is America True Prosper Game and Benefits. And then it's the money that we raise, it's going towards benefits, health care, child care, college education, and SNAP food stamps. Y'all just come on now. God bless you. And thank you very much. That's one of those sounds I just said a while ago. Y'all, we got that from Mississippi. That's where I'm from, Mississippi, but I've been staying in Atlanta, Georgia over 40 some years. God bless you and God keep you. We want you all to keep this in mind. And again, this coming Saturday, which will be the 1st of July, we're going to meet at Woodruff Park, downtown Atlanta. And we're going to have a word of prayer at Woodruff Park. And when we get to Fulton County Courthouse, where hundreds of people will be there, we're going to have another word of prayer. And then we're going to march over to the City Hall and we're going to have a little speech there. And then we're going to march to the state capitol with our last speech for the day. And the walk is nothing but 30-minute walk. We would love to see you this coming Saturday. And may God bless you and may God keep you. And thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much. We're so happy to be speaking today. We want to talk to you about raising the minimum wage. This is our conversation to $35 an hour uh, in America. It's so important that we get this conversation out there to the masses of people in this country. We have over 330 million people in America, but we know that all these people here is not eligible to work because you may have some babies and children all that involved in this number. But we want to invite you uh, this coming Saturday morning here in Atlanta, Georgia, at Woodruff Park, which will be July the 1st. And we're going to be marching. We first have a word of prayer before we march. And we're going to be marching to Fulton County Stadium, Fulton County Courthouse, excuse me. And now there used to be a Fulton County Stadium. Don't get me wrong, but we're marching to Fulton County Courthouse, which where hundreds of people will be there. When we get there, we will have another word of prayer there, and we will continue our march to the City Hall, which is right across the next block, and we will have a opportunity to speak just a little bit, and then we're going to go another block to the state capitol, and we'll end our march over there. We're marching for $35 an hour, raising the minimum wage to $35 an hour, and that is the conversation that we're doing. We know that it is possible. Uh, we know that there are a lot of people out there that doubt this, and they're saying it'll never happen. Uh, there are people that are very, very uh, uh, in a disbelief position, and but it's so amazing that there are so many things that are happening in America that is possible, but when it comes down to you getting paid and feeling like you're worthy of something, then you don't feel like that's possible. And there are people that in our society, they just feel like they're not worthy of $35 an hour. I was speaking to an APD officer, and he said to me, he said, well, you're going to give uh, these young folks that's bagging groceries $35 an hour? I said, of course, yes. Well, yes, why not? They having kids, they family, they are getting married, they going to school or whatever they have to do. And I think it's time out for a nation like America to quit discriminating on age when it comes down to getting paid and making money. Crime will go down, but we got to stop going up on inflation so much. For the $35 can help people to prosper. Well, where you gonna get the 35? Where you gonna get the money from in order to do the $35 an hour? Well, we want the government to give a $35 stimulus minimum wage to small businesses. And and the way we're going to do this is that these young people, they're going to spend that money. That money is going right back into the economy. And life is going to be better in America. People are going to want to work. People are going to love working. And people are going to appreciate working because they're making enough money to handle their responsibilities. in this nation. I notice right now, 4 and 5 college students are staying in the same apartment in order to afford the rent. We have to understand that there's a crisis in America. We just come through COVID situation, and there's a crisis in America, mental health. And it's just amazing that everything can get a raise except the minimum wage. Everything is always at the front burner except minimum wage. The minimum wage is always at the back burner, and we never even actually really began to talk about it. Well, we know that the state of Georgia and Mississippi and South Carolina, North Carolina, Louisiana, all these states, they are $7.25 minimum wage. And there are people that are still paying people $7.25, paying people $5 and some an hour here in the state of Georgia. And that is the truth. And God loves the truth. And you should want to love the truth because it is happening right now. And when you have a nation of people that they never get an opportunity to prosper, they're always in a strain, always struggling to pay their bills. What happens? It makes nervous breakdown. It makes people commit suicide. It makes people uh, oppressed, and it takes advantage of people. And I say to America, when are you going to stop holding the American people back and holding them down? And why are those that feel like they have it going on, and you always have to worry about other people, what they're making, and you don't want them to make as much as you are making? Why is it that our our teachers and our police officers don't even make $35 an hour? Why is it that we have to always make it hard for people in this nation to, to have a decent living, struggling? You just going wild over the inflation. You're constantly doing it. You're constantly raising inflation, but the American people are study suffering. They're study suffering. They're carrying this nation without proper pay, without a good pay, a good earning. So it makes crime go up. It makes people want to pilfer. It makes people want to take. It makes people want to commit crime. And I wonder, are you making money off of crime, America? I wonder, are you doing this on purpose? I wonder, do you have any compassion for the people, that hardworking people that want to have something in life, want to appreciate their nation, want to love their country? But we make sure that certain ones do not have. And we don't show no compassion, whether they have it or not. But if you open up doors for people to work, it will bring prosperity in America. It will bring justice in America. People will help one another. People will stop all this envious and things and strives that they're doing because they don't have enough income. People will stop quitting their jobs. People learn how to get along with one another on the job. The mass shooting, all this will dry up a lot. I promise you, when the news get out that you getting paid $35 an hour, it would change the whole scope, the philosophy, and ideas of the future of this nation. But we have to Come on and make it happen. That's what we got to do. And I want to briefly tell you about a new game that we have been working on over 5 years, but we're just now introducing it to the American people. And that is that 100 people can win $10,000 a day in every state, in every zip code, in every county in America. The name of the game is America True Prosper Game and Benefits. Everybody can play. The whole family can play. Young people's already spending millions of dollars a day on the computer. You only play $5 and $2. You can raise $1 billion a day. You can play it how many times you want to play it. $5 and $2. And that is amazing. And then the name of the again is America True Prosper Game and Benefits. Watch out now, the benefits now. The benefits will go towards health care, child care, and college education, and SNAP food stamps. Now, we can make this happen. We can do this. And how we want to do it? We don't want, this is not no lottery game. Let me make that clear to you. This is not no lottery game. This is America game. This is a true game. This is a game that everybody, it's possible that everybody can win. And it's a guarantee that everybody's going to get benefits. And not only that, when these $10,000 started ringing in these homes, and anybody can play. When they started coming out in all over the cities, all the cities and states and counties and every zip code, it's going to change the way we think about our country. And we're doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for ourselves. So it's exciting, 2023. This is an exciting year, 2023. As we make our platform and our debut right here, right now, to let you know that change is coming. God bless America. We're so happy that we are finally doing something to bring us together and to unite us, and that we can quit all this, disagreeing and fighting each other. We can come together with something that we can all prosper together. Thank you, America. We look to see you this coming Saturday at Woodger Park, downtown Atlanta, July the 1st. We're going to have a word of prayer before we march at 9 o'clock from Woodger Park to Fulton County Courthouse. And from Fulton County Courthouse, I believe it or not, we're going to have hundreds of people with us down there when we get there at Fulton County Stadium. And we're going to leave from Fulton County Stadium, and we're going to have a word of prayer again at Fulton County Stadium. And then we're going to march from Fulton County Stadium to the City Hall, where we're going to share the $35 raised minimum wage. We're going to talk about it. And then we're going to leave there and go across to the next corner, to the state capitol. And we are going to start the conversation of $35 an hour, increasing the minimum wage, raising the minimum wage, $35 an hour, and stop, please stop, America going up on inflation. You've been had your way ever since way back there. And you sure enough started doing it In 2009, when you stop going up on the minimum wage, you stagnate the minimum wage in 2009. But there are states like New York, California, that have increased the minimum wage to $15 an hour. New Jersey, $14 an hour. But we as a nation, we must change this thing that has plagued us, has held us back for so many years, has caused all this corruption that's going on in our nation by stagnating the minimum wage. And I want our politicians to hear this, all our leaders to hear this. This is so important that people receive enough money. The minimum wage is $35 now, so they can feel good about themselves and love going to work and love their nation and love their community and willing to work because they realize that this is what it's been all about all the time. It's making enough money to meet your needs and your family and to support your family, and that we all can be in this together. God bless you. And may God keep you. We'll see you Saturday morning. We're going to be doing this every Saturday morning. Thank you very much. Every Saturday morning, we're going to be doing it. Thank you.